Hello there, I'm Ultra Hill. Welcome back to some Hearts of Iron 4. We are playing Kaiserreich. It is the Kaiserreich Civil War, except it's done. We've won. We are Huey Louie the Gooey Gooey. I don't know. I can't think of an intro for him. I've been really racking my brains. Ooh, the Great New England Hurricane of 1938. What was first considered a non-issue? The Yankee Clipper Hurricane arrived on the Long Island on September the 21st and would only take a few hours later turn to the largest hurricane to set foot in the New England since the Great Colonial Hurricane of 1635. The first colony in America was 1620. That New England colony was probably like just there and they got hit by a hurricane. Is that actually a thing? The Great Colonial Hurricane? That's... oh wow, it comes up really quickly. Oh, that's horrible. It brushed Virginia and passed over southeast New England in August. It is the most intense hurricane to hit New England since European colonization. There were 46 plus fatalities. The colony was probably like 50 people. No, probably like 200, about 200. That sucks. A massive, like that. If that's not God telling you to get the hell out of America, I don't know what is. Moving north from Long Island to Connecticut, Rhode Island, and up through Vermont, the storm cost the lives of close to 700 people. By the end of the devastation, 57,000 homes were destroyed or damaged, and road networks across New England lay in tatters. Oh, good. So we just get a bunch of infrastructural damage. That seems fair. Fair. Let's get some construction and repair. And some of that. Oh, the damage is real. All right. So our country's pretty crappy. Like right now, we have basically no population because of the Civil War stuff. Yeah, recovering from Civil War. We need to get rid of recovering from Civil War. That's the thing. So it turns out, by the way, that I definitely will not be able to go Peli. My eyes have seen the glory, because although I probably could. I can't do the events because apparently I clicked badly on an event and it screwed me. It's pretty sad. So will this... so which one actually removes the crap that I don't want? French Republic took 3 states. Okay. Next, reconstruction decisions. Replace economic devastation with national recovery. Replace with Civil War military industrial complex. I'm probably going to go military industrial complex. We'll see. Also, we can do it in the auto industry, but I'm not sure which I want. And then, of course, we have the New Monroe Doctrine and go stuff abroad. But, like, our population is so low right now, we really do need to just try and cram this in. So, military industrial complex, we get production efficiency cap, 5%. Oh, these are the same. Okay. But the difference is we can only have this half of the tree. So, corporate alliance, 5% production efficiency cap, factory output, construction speed. That seems the same. Nucleus bombing, go away. A little bit better retention on the military-industrial complex. American business gains civ factories. Public works gains civ factories. Okay, exactly the same. Research investments, research. Okay, exactly the same. Loosen regulations, Agricultural Adjustment Act, Civilian Corps, Rural Electrification, and Farm Security Administration, or military factories. It definitely seems like this one's the smart move. And then begin reconstruction. Punish the corrupt and treacherous, or reconciliation, then reconstruction is over. I imagine that's the one I want to get rid of these awful things, I think. Minutemen, partisans... no, remove national recovering from Civil War. It has to be this one. Imperial Presidency and fight fire with fire. Oh my god. The Australasian Guard. Oh good goodness. Every man a king. It's really sad that we didn't get Peli. I'm kind of tempted to look into the event files and see if we can get it. Like, I know people have been telling me that Peli, in the comments, that Peli is like the best way to go because it's so silly and just very enjoyable. I'm not really 100% sure who Peli was in terms of like what he's able to do. So the problem is, if I try and look at the mod files, what we end up with is, because the mod is not actually located in the normal folder for this, weirdly. Yeah, is it located in like a documents folder? It's not in DLC. That's normally it's located in like the actual game files. Maybe it's in my documents. Never really tinkered with the event with this. Yeah, there we go. Mod. Oh no, that's not good. That's nope. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, you know what? Let me know in the comments if you find a way to which to fix this, and we'll see what we can do about maybe making Peli in. If you can figure out a way to help me get Peli, please do let me know. I would love to hear it because I'm curious to see. Until the meantime, we'll just continue as we are. Luckily, we're not going to get attacked by Mexico just yet, which is great. We're fighting terrorists. We're rebuilding the country, and we no longer get effects from the Federalist attack. Hooray! Ensure loyalty and get authoritarian democrats. Every man a king for Sith factories. Ooh. Political machine. Daily political power gain and stability. Okay. Political people's commissions. Expend the Minutemen. There's a lot of choices. Every Man a King. What began as a dream and lifted from a motivational book by Orson Sweet Martin, Every Man a King is now political reality. It is positive thinking, the end of pessimistic greed that caused the Great Depression that will save America. Following Huey Long economic and social plans to transform America and rewrite the political landscape. Boom, let's do it. I'm excited. I want to hear it. I want to see Every Man a King. We're going to bring back the world. It's kind of weird because I'm playing America now in this series, but my other series, Peru joined the Buenos Aires Lima axis. I don't care. In my Victoria 2 series in Spain, I took all of Texas. Hey, Colin, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. I took all of Texas from America, and then they took it back from me. So I hate America, but now I'm like, I'm America, and it just kind of freaks me out. Oh, the Dominionists have won in South Africa. All hail the Kingfish. Huey Long has emerged in Civil War truly victorious without ever compromising his principles. Now that he's won the conflict, he stands as leader of America. With his victory, Long has turned his gaze to those that demand his prostrate himself before them during his time of need. He's given orders to the Minutemen to deal with those traitors who would dare attempt to betray and weaken America. The U.S. is now known as the U.S. and gained popularity. It's a little weird. I'm excited, though, to see what happens here. We were attempting to recruit a couple soldiers now, but we don't really have a lot of stuff. We're actually fine for equipment and stuff. I think it'd be a good idea. Yeah, we're now working on a lot of tanks, which is good. We actually don't have any. I just got All Hail the Kingfish again. Alright. Not really sure why that happened, but okay. Apparently we're just all hailing the Kingfish. 73% popularity is nothing to sniff at, though. Low war support is a problem, because recovering from civil war is the main thing. I think, yeah, rushing down this tree is probably the best path. Though I did want to go Mine Eyes Have Seen the Glory, but such is life, ladies and gentlemen. Such is life. We are basically in a situation where we can't really do anything. We're getting rid of socialist and federalist terrorists. At least that's the goal. We'll see. Let's see what happens. Federalists slaughter police during... Oh, God. A police barracks in North Dakota was attacked by a syndicalist terrorist, slaughtering them. The Minutemen have vowed revenge. We will crush these terrorists. Lose 3,000 manpower. 3,000. Okay, that's not slaughter policemen. That's killing 3,000 people. That's more people than died in 9/11. That's insane. There's no way that they could do that. There were like several dozen police precincts. For the poor man. No, roadmap for the future. The expenses Huey Long has taken out for Every Man a King require fundamentally different means of tax collection and public financing to sustain itself. Therefore, President Long has laid out a roadmap to plan out spending for the next 4 years of his term. I love it. Let's do it. Oh man, we really need to get rid of this crap, seriously. Or at least these are gonna go. Cool. Nothing really happened. But hey, it's okay. We got some political power. We just can't really do anything with it. We are unlimited, but we can't go extensive because we're not at war. Thank God we are actually at least unlimited. But the... Okay, so we're not going down anymore. We're on 63, and we're just going to stay like that. And the South African Federation has joined the Entente. To be expected. We're going to go shock and awe for this. I prefer shock and awe to airland battle, especially when I'm not 100% dedicated to building extra air wings. And the fall of Barcelona, the Anarchist syndicalist city, has been captured by advancing Carlist troops. Okay. Oh, I just realized that it's Carlist Spain, isn't it? This is the same Spain that I'm playing in Victoria 2. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Oh, I should do another Kaiserreich series where I'm playing as Carlist Spain. Oh, complete the trifecta. Yes, that would be so good. Superman versus the Klan. Up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's Superman. Saving America from the terror of the Klan of the Fiery Cross. This latest series, the brainchild of Siegel and Schuster, planned with an anti-Klan advocate, Stetson Kennedy. This tale successfully embarrassed the illegal organization further after Pelly's downfall to the point of desertion. I wanted Pelly, though. But I wanted Pelly. Effects are removed. Modify socialist resistance. So I can just keep doing this to reduce socialist resistance? Yeah, so I just literally have to just keep doing this. Spend political power and just kind of keep weakening them as best I can. Weirdly, the center of government is not Madrid, it's Burgos. Why is it in Burgos? That is peculiar. Why not just do police crackdowns to help keep out this federalist terrorists? If I do police crackdowns, though, does it actually help that? I think these are just general decisions that people can do, that you can do in games. That doesn't actually. Yeah, there's nothing to do with America. It's just like general. It like just gives you benefits. The fall of Beijing, after days of high-intensity fighting in the capital suburbs, Fengshan troops finally secured the walls of the outer city, scattering the defenders, making further defense of the capital all but untenable. With rail lines cut into another city, thoroughly cut, I repeat myself, the remaining Qing forces quickly thinned as deserting soldiers melted into the urban population. While Fengshan colors now fly over Tiananmen Gate, the flames at Zhang Yangmen now send towering columns of thick black smoke into the sky, its sad symbolism lost on few among the war-weary population. China can only hope that the city's new occupiers, one of the many since the turn of the century, will finally restore some modicum of peace and order. And slaughter police again. 3,000 more manpower somehow. So the Qings have done some things. Oh no, wait, that's the Fengatian government. The weird autonomous dependency, yeah. While Qing's fighting the Omet, the Japanese. I dare bad thingy. Alright, no more Garans, make some Thompsons. Between India, we got the Indian Civil Wars. Nice. Not Civil Wars necessarily, but... And there's the Ukrainian Civil War. McTeague, released in theaters. A tale of greed and betrayal that once lived in America is now encapsulated in the new film McTeague. A social commentary by director Erich von Stroheim on the corrupting power of wealth is seen by many as a parable to the state of America before the Civil War. This massive 4-hour epic film had its ending altered from the original book, where a kind stranger intervenes in the death struggle of McTeague and whisks him away from Death Valley back to civilization. I had a good nap watching. Harsh stuff, man. You got paternal autocrats in the Reichspakt under Daniel Skorbaski. A king, son of the famous Hetman, ascended the Ukrainian throne. Ensuring stability and order against the Socialist Total Republic of Khrushchev. Hey, it's Khrushchev. Eventual premier. When was Khrushchev actually in charge? Khrushchev from 53 to 64. Yeah. He died in 71. What he died of? I always like learning about what people die of. He died of a heart attack. His memoirs were smuggled to the West. I don't know, it's always interesting to kind of see that stuff. Share the wealth. It has come time for the rich to help plunge America into civil war to pay. No person will be allowed to accumulate more than 300 times the annual income. Incomes are capped at 5.1 million. What? No one is allowed to accumulate more than 300 times the annual income. Does that mean their annual income? If annual incomes are capped at 5.1 million... So basically it's the end of billionaires. But to be honest, that's not that big a deal. Actually, no, it's 1,500. Yeah, it's 1,500 million, so that's 1.5 billion. That's not that big a deal. You can still live. This is why I don't understand. People always talk about money in this way. Like, if you understand what long form investments are, like, in terms of, oh my god, just completely blew my brain. So there's an investment strategy where essentially you invest in things like Vanguard, and what you do is you invest your money in these. It's a type of share. It's difficult to explain if you're not 100% aware of it. What it is you basically a type of shares where instead of trading individual shares, you give it to a large group and they trade it for you. But instead of trading it like with a broker, what they do is, I'm getting resource gain efficiency, is they buy small shares in basically the biggest 500 companies. And essentially the idea of that is that means that your value of your shares rises and falls with the value of the market. And so generally speaking, because of the general upward tick of the market, over 30 years, you should receive an average of 7% annual return. So if you had $1 million within that fund, you could expect to see $70,000 per year. Now you need to anticipate the fact that inflation exists, and it's wise to people generally say consider the 4% rule. Oh, the Carlos de Richard. You should generally keep 3 of that as both a barrier against breakaway, runaway markets, but also, well, the opposite of runaway markets, but also against inflation. So you have a 4%, which if you want to live off of, you could. So $1 million invested is $40,000 a year. I live on less than that already right now, by far. Jesus, I do. And I'm perfectly comfortable. I live very, very cheaply. Not necessarily because I have to, but just because I don't really like spending a lot of money. I go away quite a bit though, but I usually do it pretty cheaply. You know, I save up my computer. I have pretty cheap rent. I pay like $600 a month for me and Olivia. It's pretty great. Columbus says Hawaii playthrough before Spain, please. Good God, that would be terrible. I know you've wanted to do this before though. You wanted me to play Hawaii because they do have a full focus tree, but it just feels like it would be garbage, man. Like it just looks like it'd be so unpleasant because you can't get troops. I don't think. All hail the Kingfish again. Tetra Knight, what is up, my friend? Hearts of Iron 4 and micro macroeconomics. You goddamn know it, my friend. That's right. We are going over basic investment strategies for some reason. It's about the idea of share the wealth. So Huey Long, it's meant to be this crazy idea because, you know, Huey Long did have this idea of sharing the wealth and also every man a king. So you cap people. No one can accumulate more than 300 times their annual income. Annual income is capped at 5.1 million, which means, if I'm not being an actual idiot, 5.1 times by 300, yeah, 1500 million. So 1.5 billion. So you can't have more than $1.5 billion. Like, I don't understand it. You don't need that money. You just can't spend that much money, man. It's crazy. It's so... Oh, war support. Yes. The orphans' civil war need not only education to uplift themselves, but discipline as well. A visit to Boys Town near Omaha, Nebraska has inspired President Long to create the National Youth Administration, a work training and activism group for young Americans. Hell yeah. Please do continue. Well, it was just basically the idea about investment in in organizations like Vanguard for that kind of stuff. Do you study economics by any chance? No, no, not at all. I have an English degree. I was a teacher. Now I am a writer. And I guess a YouTuber. Not really, though. I don't make anywhere near enough money to consider myself a YouTuber. This is still firmly in the hobby category. But just the idea about being able to live off your means. And if you have $1 million, there is no... Assuming standard market rates and with anticipation over a 30-year period, you can expect 7% annual returns with built-in protections for inflation. You could subsist off of that very easily. I do already. I don't have $1 million invested. I don't have anything invested, but I could subsist off of far less than that. The second Melbourne Rising. No, apologies that I can't give you informed things. I would highly recommend you research anything if you have a dissenting opinion. Do your research first. Second Melbourne uprising in the Australasian Confederations culminated in the uprising by the Sindhis. The unpopular Australasian Guard-led government folded under pressure from the public and has turned over control of the government to the Australasian Council Trade Unions, which has promised the public a restoration of order and a fair deal for the Australasian working man. Doesn't sound too bad. And they immediately ceased hostilities with the Commune of France and the Damocles Project. That's the nukes. Yeah, the bombs of destructiveness fast greater Einstein were the nukes bomb my entire cities to ash. Awesome. Hey, Brendager, what's up, man? Welcome back to the stream. So yeah, they've succeeded. They've got John Curtin. John Curtin? Is that his name? That's not a good name. He died in 1945. Oh, he was the Prime Minister during it. Yeah, he's the leader of the Labour Party. All hail the Kingfish again. This is clearly bugged. Like, just extremely clearly bugged. You play USA? This is my country for the next multiplayer. Oh, awesome. Which multiplayer is that, Brennan? Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to playing more of the US. I'm playing it at this moment because I'm just enjoying it. It's fun. I was playing the Civil War because it was Kaiserreich, and, you know, a lot of crazy stuff. I'll say one thing. Screw capitalism. That's very fair, my friend. Absolutely. USA. USA. Well, not really. Not really. Election results, guys. Democrats took the House. Somehow lost the Senate despite having almost 11 million more votes. By the way, only 49% of registered voters voted this election cycle. I'm a US citizen, right? I live in the UK. I'm a US citizen, so it baffles me. How did only 49% of people vote in this freaking election? That's crazy talk. That's not even people. That's 49% of registered voters. That's not even like the adult population. That's just the registered voters. That's crazy. He kept saying I was watching an ad for some reason. That's weird. Kingdom of Spain has joined the Entente. No one ever wants to join the America. Beautiful, beautiful Huey Long and his chin. No one will ever love the Huey. Where can I read the rules of the stream? Do I have rules here? Nope. I couldn't remember where the rules are. They're down below, but it's pretty standard stuff, man. National Youth Administration. There we go. We have the rules written down somewhere. Oh, I really need to update my description of my stream. This is all incorrect. Oh, man. You do stop telling me to play Hawaii. I'm not going to play Hawaii. It would be tragic. However, this is recorded on YouTube, so I give intros and outros. So this is it for this episode. Do be sure to leave a like and a comment on this video. Let me know if you think this series so far. And I was Aldrin. I'll continue to be. This has been Iron IV Kaiserreich. Bye-bye.